Take it off, take it in, take off all the thoughts of what we've been. Take a look, hesitate, take a picture you could never recreate. Write a song, make a note for the lump that sits inside your throat. Change the lock, change the scene, change it all, but can't change what we've been. Take it off, take it in, take off all the thoughts of what we've been. Take a look, hesitate, take a picture you could never recreate. Write a song, make a note for the lump that sits inside your throat. Change the lights, change the scene, change it all, we can't change what we've been.
I held her in my arms for the very first time and said, "It's so nice to finally meet you."
When I first met him, I could tell he was strong.
And she opened her eyes. You know what, kid? I'm proud of you.
There were a lot of times I didn't think we were going to make it. I just picture her walking across the States. She's the first one to graduate in the States.
Our family made it through Iraq and Afghanistan, and now we're finally together.
I'm so proud. I'm just so proud.
It probably was really hard for her when we first came to the United States.
It was rough, and now she's graduating. It was all worth it. It all came full circle.
You know, college wasn't in the cards for me. It wasn't meant for me. That's what I thought. But I'm graduating today. And it's a great feeling.
One day my dad came home with a big set of Disney books that had a little story for every day of the year, and he read to me every night, which encouraged my love for reading that still sticks with me to this day.
My dad's actually flying in all the way from Ghana. We even did the drive from Ohio to Arizona, back and forth like 3 times.
Growing up, we moved from North Dakota to Iowa to Montana for a little bit, and then finally Las Vegas in 8th grade. And as soon as I visited campus, I knew this is where I wanted to be.
My dad's pretty awesome. He's my everything.
Growing up in Tucson, I always thought I wanted to go somewhere far away for school, but I'm so happy with my decision to stay here. It's been the best 4 years of my life.
Being in the Army, you want to experience the country that you are protecting and serving, and we just took an adventure down to Arizona, and our family has become Wildcats for life.
I might be the one in the cap and gown walking across the stage today, but tonight's for you guys. It's your night.
Thank you for the endless nights of hard work and for the endless amount of talks that you've given me. All of this is for you.
To my family, thank you for encouraging me and supporting me. Mom, I know you know I hate it, but you can always call me Tater Tot no matter how old I get. I love you, and this is your night.
Natalie, love of my life, thank you for supporting me over the last 2 years as I've traveled along this academic journey. I love you so much.
My family is everything to me, and even though you can't be here tonight, I love you. Thank you. Tonight's your night.
To all the generations of Wildcats out there, this is your night.
Good evening and welcome to the University of Arizona's 151st commencement. Please remain standing, and those of you who aren't standing, for the national anthem. Tonight, Doctor of Musical Arts student Cecilia Aioli will be accompanied by pianist Russell Ronenbaum. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. With the refrains of the national anthem ringing in our ears, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our veterans, our student veterans, for their service in the country. Please all be seated. What a sight, and what a beautiful night. To our guests, families, community members, and distinguished honorees, thank you for celebrating this joyous occasion with us on this beautiful evening. To our graduates, we salute you and congratulate you. We are here, all of us, to celebrate your achievement. This evening marks the end of a remarkable journey that I am sure has transformed you in many ways. The most tangible accomplishment is your University of Arizona degree. As Wildcats for Life, you are a part of an extraordinary community of learning and growing that is better and focused on better shaping our world. As UA students, you have studied along some of the most innovative thinkers and teachers on the planet. You have worked in real-world settings beyond the classroom and laboratory, and you know how to apply what you have learned in new and exciting ways. We are here to celebrate that achievement. But your degree matters not only because it represents what you have gained in knowledge and experience as a student, but as a reminder of the potential that you have as a graduating class and as individuals. You embody the spirit of determined curiosity, thought in action, and community engagement that drove this university from its founding in 1885 and that defines it to this day. To fulfill that promise of your degree and the potential of this community of learning, tonight's commencement is also a call for you to be leaders in the world, in your communities, and in your professional lives. As UA graduates, you are now going out into the world of which this university is only a very small part, and you will change that world for the better. Your degree represents achievement and potential, and that potential is as diverse and as distributed as the thousands of you who are here to celebrate tonight. I want to thank your families, friends, teachers, and counselors, and the many others who have supported your success so far. I also encourage you to remember their importance in your lives as you move ahead with your plans. We hear a great deal about our society having become self-absorbed and self-important. The rise of the selfie over the past several years speaks to the intuitive truth of that sentiment. But I am far from convinced that it captures the whole story. Writing on this phenomenon in the Wall Street Journal in August of 2014, Ryan Dobson noted, "A great life is less like a selfie and more like an album of group photos." And I have seen countless times the experiences that will become those group photos as they have unfolded here in campus, most recently on the steps of Old Main. You all have albums of photos from your time here at the University of Arizona, and that collection will only grow over the rest of your life. Your impact on others is also emerging, and I have every confidence that it will only grow. As Peter Drucker once said, "The fruit of your work grows on other people's trees." The future, however, looks highly uncertain from where you sit right now. While some of you already know what your first job or next educational challenge will be, many of you have yet to make that first difficult choice. I want to emphasize to you tonight that your first choice is not the critical, life-shaping, and portentous event that it feels like to you right now. Success is not about an opportunity in life that presents itself once and then forever fades into the distant past, though I know that we often feel like that is the case. Perhaps as a late bloomer who didn't go to graduate school until my 30s, when Randy and I were already the parents of 4 children, I have a skewed view in this respect. But lest I succumb to participant observation bias, I surveyed a few accomplished people to see if others share this perspective. My first example is Bill Gates. Certainly a success story by many different standards, but his first company failed. Gates and partner Paul Allen developed a machine to interpret traffic data for engineers. When they tried to sell the machine, it didn't work, and the company eventually died. But they moved on to found Microsoft. And Allen said that the early company was a key part of their readiness for that success just a few years later. Another example is Stephen King, the famed author of over 50 books, many of which have been made into films. King almost didn't publish his first novel because he grew frustrated and threw it in the trash. His wife rescued it, convinced him to finish it, and Carrie went on to be a huge success that launched his career. Perhaps more philosophically, another famous author, Ralph Waldo Emerson, wrote in his essay, Experience, "Life is a series of surprises that would not be worth taking or keeping if it were not." You will undoubtedly have surprises in business, in life, in careers. I wish for you only joy and success, and I'm sure your family will agree with that sentiment. But we all have moments of doubt, of loss, of pain, and happiness. Sometimes the best you can do is to learn from those moments, even if you do not realize the lessons at the time. Emerson's essay is even more noteworthy because he was writing partly in response to the death of his young son. It is striking that he also wrote, "The results of life are uncalculated." Finally, Tom Werner is one of my long time before finding personal and professional success. Lincoln was a mediocre lawyer and a lousy congressman. Sam Walton didn't create Walmart until he was in his 50s. And even the immortal Babe Ruth had a lousy year, I'm told it was 1925, when he was playing for the Yankees, at which time he was almost written off. Now, of course, the chairman of the Red Sox would say Babe Ruth's lousy year came when he played for the Yankees. His point, though, is one that I think everyone can appreciate. Don't give up on yourselves when you have moments of struggle or uncertainty. Draw on those around you and be ambitious, be bodacious and bold, and be prepared. Mr. Werner also drew on the story of Icarus, which usually is understood to teach us not to fly too high or reach too far. He had a different take. Instead, to him it meant fly as high, reach as high as you possibly can. Just make sure you have the right equipment. And make sure you have people around you in life on which you can depend in work, in play, and in life. Finally, tonight, I encourage you to remember that you have far more opportunities than you know, and many that you cannot even begin to imagine, but only if you trust yourself and your ability to act in the world. Marianne Williamson wrote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And so, I ask you not only to stay open to surprises, but to also to your ability to use them, to live comfortably with uncertainty as you stay balanced and in step with your own rhythm and equilibrium. Or as Mary Catherine Bateson put it, as we grow from children to adults, we are all called to join in a dance whose steps we must learn along the way. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2015, the dance floor is open and they're playing your song. I am now very pleased to introduce some special guests who have come to celebrate our students' achievements, beginning with members of the Arizona Board of Regents. We are grateful for their leadership on behalf of the University of Arizona and our sister institutions in the state's university system. This evening, I am delighted to welcome 5 representatives from the board who are here to witness the end result of all your hard work. Please stand as I introduce you. Regent Luann Leonard, Regent Ram Krishna, Regent Greg Patterson, Student Regent Valerie Hanna, and Student Regent Mark Knopfel. I also want to introduce another very distinguished group that has played a critical role over the past few years in the lives of all the graduates here. Will the representatives of the faculty please stand so that we can recognize and thank you? Finally, graduates, let's recognize the most important guests of all, those who have provided the love, support, and monetary help that has made this evening possible. Graduates, now's the time to show your appreciation to your family and friends. Now, Regent Leonard, on behalf of the board, will take a few moments to address the graduates.
We have a small audience here. They can hold this mic as close to your mouth as you can and speak loudly and clear, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening. It's a great night to be a Wildcat, isn't it? On behalf of the Arizona Board of Regents, the governing body of our state's public universities, I welcome all of you to this celebration of your remarkable achievements. We're honored to be here on this important day with you and your families. You have a lot to be proud of and a lot to be grateful for. As I look out on our graduates, I and my fellow regents are filled with great pride for what you have accomplished to be here today. Today is a fulfillment of a great vision, great determination, dedication, and you are to be commended for your hard work and your passion to attain your higher education degree. It's through these experiences, skip the sentence. You've earned a degree, but you've also earned something important, some friends and experiences that will stay with you for a lifetime. And it's through these experiences that you will be a Wildcat for life, right? Have no doubt that your graduation is not only a personal achievement, but also a victory for our state. Your decision to be here makes your success Arizona's success. Arizona benefits tremendously from highly educated workforce, from meeting high-demand job needs, to fueling more entrepreneurialism and innovation. You've also opened the door to a brighter future for not only yourself, but for the future of our state. In that spirit, let me be the first to ask you to stay here for a while. Arizona needs young people like you, and it's a great time to be in Arizona. Our universities are working hard to increase the educational attainment of Arizonans and to position the state as a global competitor. We are delivering new technologies and pushing the boundaries of exploration and discovery. We want you to continue to help us make this happen. Tonight, we also celebrate what lies ahead of you. You're now ready to design your life and start creating your future. Some of you will connect the dots easy on your career path right away. Others will take a little bit more time. Either way, you'll have that diploma that you've earned here as a starting point, and that's a great thing. But all of you are going to create the future of this state, country, and the world. So it's your responsibility and it's your destiny. It's something that you're now better prepared to do with the education you receive from the great University of Arizona. We're all proud of what you've done, and we're excited about what you have yet to do. In closing, I leave you with this, and I say this with all my heart, as my baby girl, my daughter Nicole, is sitting among you tonight. When you were born, when you were precious little babies, your mother and father brought you into this world with the highest hopes and prayers for a good life filled with happiness and health. A life where you would reach your fullest potential through education and experience. By graduating tonight, you can take great pride in knowing that you've helped to make those prayers come true. Distinguished members of the faculty, family, friends, and graduates, enjoy this evening. You've earned it. And good luck to all of you. Esquale, thank you.
Thank you, Regent Leonard. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Student Regent Valerie Hanna.
Class of 2015, we made it. We did it, all by ourselves. Obviously, we know that simply isn't true. Just look around at this stadium filled with people who are cheering us on tonight and who have been for years. Our lifelong fans and supporters. I know I would not be here without the love and encouragement of my family, so thank you to the real people who made this accomplishment possible. As graduates, we are told that we can achieve anything. Make a revolutionary discovery, start a business, go to space, win the Nobel Prize, become famous, CEO, or President of the United States, and find success beyond our wildest dreams. And all of these things are true. But the reality is, most of us won't ever have a very fancy title, find fame, be rich, let alone have more than 1,000 followers on Instagram. Most of us will lead pretty average lives. And tonight, I would argue that this is a great thing. As we reflect on all we've learned at the University of Arizona, we should feel inspired and equipped to achieve great things in our future. But why wait for those things when we can decide today the impact we want our lives to have during life's completely average moments? Instead of asking ourselves, what will I accomplish? Why not try? Who will I be? Or who will I touch? Instead of more famous people and politicians telling us how they're going to fix the world, imagine this. Thank you. Imagine a world with more people who did their job well, day after ordinary day, without any recognition. More people who valued integrity above making a profit. More people who loved their families and put others before themselves. More people who showed gratitude to the people who helped get them where they are today. Can you imagine a world with more people who spoke out against poverty and violence, inequality and injustice of every kind? More people who chose forgiveness instead of bitterness, acceptance rather than hate. Imagine a world with more people who cared about the issues facing their communities and who took just 15 minutes on election day to cast their ballot. More people who have an open mind with those they disagree with, who extend a generous hand to the suffering and extend kindness even when they don't feel like it. Can you imagine if every perfectly average life did these things? Every person with a perfectly average life, I apologize. It's our graduation day, and I don't think we should feel any pressure to know where the rest of our lives will lead or what remarkable things we'll achieve. But we can decide right now who we want to be along the way. We can resolve to be good, caring, courageous, and humble. I'm convinced that if we all made that commitment today, we would change the world. I want to take a moment and express my gratitude to stand before you all today. Thanks to my God, who's so good. Thanks to my mom and my dad and my brothers, Grant and Kevin. Thank you for loving me for exactly who I am. I love you so much. Fellow regents, President Hart, and the entire faculty and staff at the University of Arizona, thank you for what you do every single day to make this day possible. And finally, to my Wildcats out there, how's it going? To the class of 2015, thank you for the memories. God bless you all. Let's bear down and change the world simply because we're in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Valerie. At this time, I am very pleased to introduce the undergraduate student body president, Isaac Ortega.
What's up, Wildcats? Before we go any further, let's give it up one more time for our true heroes, our parents, family, friends, loved ones, the real reason why we're all here. I love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for everything. So, this is it. This place has been our home for 4 years. Now it's 4 years later. And for some of my friends out there, 5, 6, or 7 years later, I know it hasn't seemed that long, right? It seems like just yesterday, we were walking to our first college class, getting yelled at for walking in the bike lanes. But we learned, and I'm willing to admit that we learned some stuff the hard way. We learned the hard way that meal plan money does eventually run out when you're eating all those Highland burritos every single night like you need them to survive. We learned the freshman 15 is not a myth, and that too much Panda Express and not enough rec center, bad idea. We learned that the bank account also runs out when you're buying adult beverages for you and all your thirsty friends. Besides a few nights we can't remember, I know for the most fact that we will never forget the amazing experiences we had here at the University of Arizona. We may have not gotten a chance to meet every single person sitting on this field tonight, but chances are we know each other more than we think, because we all came to Arizona's first and best university. We are Wildcats for life, and we never give up on our dreams. I've always dreamed. When I was in elementary school watching SpongeBob, I dreamed of what it'd be like to grow up and start driving, and be a grown-up. And when I started driving, I dreamed of what it'd be like to go to college. And when I started thinking about the University of Arizona, I started thinking about what it'd be like to be a Wildcat. And I remember the first time I stood in this stadium in the Zona Zoo with 10,000 other Wildcats and shook my keys for the very first time. I knew right then what it meant to bear down and be a Wildcat. I mean, who can forget? Who can forget screaming your head off witnessing Arizona basketball take the Pac-12 title? Who can forget witnessing Arizona football take down Cal with a Hail Mary? Or knocking off almighty number 2 Oregon not once, but twice? And who can forget when we rushed the field when we won the Pac-12 South and showed the whole nation who truly is the best school in Arizona? We bear down harder than anyone ever has before, and we watched the impossible become reality. Like when we thought it'd be impossible to stay up for 24 hours and take 3 different tests. Or when we thought it'd be impossible for our dorm's fire alarm to not go off again at 2 a.m. So take a second, Wildcats. Look at your friends and soak it in. It's easy to look back on this day and say it's the saddest day. the day we leave the University of Arizona. But it's far from that, because we did it. Yeah. And because this marks the very first day where we begin to shape the future. You know, there's a lot of talk about our generation in the media, about our class, and how we're unlike any other because we live in a world that's changing faster than it ever has before. Every day there's a new technology to have, a new app you need to survive, or a new fad you need to deal with. So many people try to define our generation. I think it's funny how other generations get to label who we are, because we should label ourselves, right? They've called us the me, myself, and I generation. Well, I want to tell you tonight why we're much more than that. We're the generation that understands and gets it. Sure, we're young, but even in the last 10 years, there's been a huge technology boom. Introduction of social media, trying to get as many followers as you possibly can, information overload, loss of privacy. All the while, our nation's fighting multiple wars, and we're experiencing the worst economic recession since the Great Depression. And not only did we experience it, but we made the choice to go to college before it was even over. When tuition doubled, no jobs were available, and for some of us, loans and debt were our only option. And we hoped and wished that one day, after draining our bank accounts on all that coffee, all those countless sleepless nights in the library, that all of our hard work would pay off, so we could turn around and shape the future. I don't know about you, that doesn't sound like the generation of me, myself, and I, because we get it. We get the true value of an education. We get that we're the generation that doesn't live in the past, that all people are created equal and deserve the same rights, no matter your background, race, ethnicity, gender, or even sexual orientation. And we get the world is far from perfect, but we've embraced this world, the world that's ever changing with new players and rules every day. But we innovate more than any generation ever has before. And best of all, we no longer have to live in a world that was created for us. We get to shape it for the better. You know what's funny? I'm looking at the best 5,000 people right here to do just that. So let's make our impact now, because if the last few years have showed us anything, is that life can flash right before your eyes. We get to decide who we are. We are not the generation of me. We are the generation of we. Class of 2015, this is our moment. Congratulations, and bear down, Arizona.
I think it was pretty cool that he went to all that trouble to get a flyover just to honor the graduating class of 2015. Thank you, Isaac. I'm now pleased to introduce the Graduate and Professional Student Body President, Zachary Brooks.
Thank you. I'm here tonight to celebrate the graduate and professional students at the University of Arizona. My name is Zachary Brooks, and I've served in this role for 3 years. You have been teachers, you have been researchers, you have been students, and as students, you have questioned your field, your professors, and your sanity, and the sanity of everyone around you. You don't have to tell me your answer. I already know what it is. And like you, I have some questions. Why do canyons appear bigger? Will we continue to widen the gulf for those on the other side? We are now 1 in 10 Americans with advanced degrees. Will we stretch out our hand to those who rely on our wisdom and grace? Why do horizons slip farther into the distance? Aren't we driving faster toward that goal? We now have a license to drive, but will the toll road be too expensive to use? Will we find a mirage or will we find a garage? I have some questions. How do we solve these optical and societal illusions? because believing that everything is an illusion makes it hard to walk in a straight line, divine, walk and talk in a straight face, mace, knock on an open door, core, and dock on an open shore. Please tell me there's more. I have some questions. Are we humans with devices, or are devices human? Do we prefer to incarcerate or educate? Do we dignify the digital, or do we dignify the dude? These may be false binaries for those who identify with both. Only at the intersection do we have order like the border, disorder, reorder. I have some questions. Are we destined to walk in quicksand, or will we freeze the lead hand? Are we destined to endless debt, or will we be the ones who end debt? I have some questions. How do we trick the code with new algorithms and humanisms to reduce the things that separate us and to build the things that bind us? I have some questions. How do we trick the code to get out of the false rut of paucity? However you answer these questions, remember that as University of Arizona graduates, you will have to find a way to improve the big, blue, magical ball. In a world full of bricks and clicks, sticks and wicks, and random tricks. To the families, friends, faculty, appointed professionals, staff, administrators, and fellow students that have helped you on your journey, thank you. To the students in my English classes, wherever you may be tonight, congratulations. I am absolutely honored to stand here with undergraduates like Isaac and Valerie, with graduate and professional Wildcats for Life on this great night. Congratulations and bear down.
Thank you, Zach. Melinda Burke, President of the Alumni Association, will now present the Alumni Achievement Award.
Thank you, President Hart, and congratulations, graduates. Yeah, come on, that's pretty exciting. Congratulations. So I'm here tonight on behalf of 262,000 alumni around the world who welcome you and say, congratulations, job well done. If you are one of the 4,000 students who bought your cap and gown bundled, you're also members of the Alumni Association. Congratulations. The University of Arizona has been a powerful influence in your life. Whether it's 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, you've been profoundly impacted by your time here. Whether it's a faculty member who helped you find your passion, or simply walking across campus in January when the rest of the nation is suffering from an Arctic freeze. Maybe it was celebrating with Zona Zoo when we won the Pac-12 South Championship. You're leaving the university, but you're certainly taking these experiences with you. And I want you to share these experiences, share these with alumni from around the world. We have alumni in every state, in every country, and we want to stay connected, support each other, and support this great institution. So once again, graduates, thank you so much for your hard work. Congratulations and bear down. I hope you'll stay in touch with the Alumni Association. It's easy to do. ArizonaAlumni.com. Even easier, you can give us a call. 1-800-BEAT-ASU. It's my honor right now to present the Alumni Achievement Award. I'd like to ask Gary Harper to please come forward to accept this award. Gary Harper represents the essence of this most prestigious award. Hailing from a long line of Wildcats, Gary earned a mechanical engineering degree in 1971, and he has spent 40 years in the electric utility business, rising to industry prominence while giving back to his community and the University of Arizona. He has served on numerous boards and committees on behalf of his alma mater. He's particularly proud of the years on the UA Alumni Association Governing Board of Directors, which he chaired in 2010 and 11. So on behalf of the University of Arizona Alumni Associations, Gary, congratulations.
Congratulations. In the spirit of the theme for the night, bear down. The university is pleased to honor our outstanding seniors. Dr. Melissa Vito, Senior Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, and Senior Vice Provost for Academic Initiatives and Student Success, will introduce this year's award winners.
Thank you, Dr. Hart. What a great night. These 7 students have distinguished themselves and our institution with excellence and passion, whether volunteering, conducting research, or pursuing other engagement opportunities. These students truly embody the Wildcat spirit. And in recognition of outstanding character and leadership, we honor our Freeman Award winners, Alex Hune and Jennifer Sadler. A Tucson native, Alex graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Business Management and an emphasis in Spanish. In 2014, Hune was elected as president of the Eller Leadership Board and oversaw the ELITE program. His long-term goals are inspired by his family's business, Desert Divers, which he plans to grow by building aquatic centers and teaching future generations to swim, snorkel, and scuba dive. I'm pleased to present a Freeman Award to Alex Hune. Our second Freeman winner is Jennifer Sadler. And Jennifer graduates summa cum laude from the Honors College with a Bachelor of Health Sciences in Physiology and a minor in creative writing and an emphasis in poetry. She's a 5th-generation Arizonan, and Jennifer earned the title of Miss Arizona 2011 with the platform Making a Difference in the Lives of Children with Life-Threatening Illnesses. Jennifer will continue her education at the University of Arizona College of Medicine in Tucson, and I'm pleased to present a Freeman Award to Jennifer Sadler. Next, we honor our Roby Award winners. The Roby is given to graduating seniors who gave generously in service to the student body while remaining well-rounded, active, and humble. This year's Roby Award winners are Carolina Ramirez and Stephanie Zawada. A first-generation student from Yuma, Carolina graduates summa cum laude in business economics. Her passion to teach others led her to teach macroeconomics and present financial workshops at local high schools, working with the Credit-Wise Cats. Carolina further distinguishes herself as a top 50 Eller Hispanic and one of the Eller College's top 20 undergraduates. Carolina will begin working in Phoenix at Deloitte while pursuing her PhD in statistics. And it's my pleasure to give Carolina the Roby Award. Congratulations. Our second Roby Award winner is Stephanie Zawada. Another Tucson native, Stephanie graduates magna cum laude from the Honors College with a BA in biochemistry. While at the U of A, Stephanie served as Leadership and Development Director for ASUA, co-designing Tech Launch, Arizona's Fellows Program, to expose students to careers in commercialization. Stephanie's McGuire entrepreneurship team is finalizing a software patent with the Arizona Center for Accelerated Biomedical Innovation. And after graduation, Stephanie will begin her job with Tech Launch and will participate in campaign efforts to shape the future of science policy. Congratulations, Stephanie. Tonight's next student award is given to seniors who've demonstrated high ideals of citizenship and leadership. And this year's Nugent Award goes to Amanda Arrett and Stephanie Kaw. Amanda graduates magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts in History with honors and a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Amanda's work in the Sociology Research Lab led her to assist in 3 different projects, 2 National Science Foundation grants and 1 MacArthur grant, which was exploring online youth engagement. Amanda will attend the University of Arizona James E. Rogers College of Law and plans to work in the field of family and juvenile law. I'm honored to present Amanda with the Robert Logan Nugent Award. Congratulations. Stephanie Kaw graduates summa cum laude from the Honors College with a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Her high academic distinction was achieved while also participating in cancer research. Her passion for healthcare advocacy led to the development of the University of Arizona's tobacco-free policy. I was honored to work with Stephanie for the 2 years that it took to make this happen, and I can tell you, she's passionate. She starts medical school this summer, and I'm pleased to present Stephanie with the Nugent Award. Congratulations. Before I hand off to Provost Comrie, I have to give a quick shout out to Mandy, Melody, and Chase, 3 special people receiving their degrees tonight. Provost Comrie, President Hart. The same.
I'm lurking in the background. Thank you, Melissa. On behalf of the university, Provost Comrie will announce this year's recipient of the Provost Award.
Thank you, President Hart. The Provost Award honors an outstanding graduating student who began their career at the University of Arizona after transferring from an Arizona community college. This year's award goes to Vincent Redhouse. Vince is a member of the Navajo Nation and a first-generation college student. Since arriving at the UA after transferring from Pima Community College, Vince held numerous leadership positions and worked closely with Native American Student Affairs and the Native American Alumni Association. This year, he was named a Pillar of Excellence by the Honors College, and he is currently a finalist for a Fulbright Award to Australia. He got it. Yeah, Vince. Vince graduates summa cum laude with a degree in philosophy, politics, economics, and law, and he plans to pursue a graduate degree in philosophy. Congratulations, Vince.
Each year, the university confers honorary degrees on exceptional and distinguished people. This evening, we confer 7 degrees. Dr. John Paul Jones, Dean of the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, will present our first candidate, Betsy Bolding, while Senior Vice President and Provost Andrew Comrie and Dr. Lynn Nadell, Chair of the Faculty, will assist with the candidate's attire.
Thank you, President Hart. A native Arizonan, Betsy Bolding is notable
and well-known leader in Southern Arizona. After earning her BA in journalism and a master's in English from the University of Arizona, Boulding taught high school journalism and English for 15 years. During this time, she built relationships with elected public officials and servants, and eventually co-chaired Governor Bruce Babbitt's campaign in Southern Arizona. She then combined her knowledge of the educational and political spheres to create engaging and effective programs and services as a consumer affairs manager for Tucson Electric Power UNS Energy, a position she held before retiring after 25 years in March. Boulding has contributed to numerous efforts at the University of Arizona to create and expand opportunities for and recognition of women throughout the university community, including Gender and Women's Studies and the university's College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. At a small gathering today, President Hart, former Vice President Edie Auslander, and also previous degree recipient, said to this gathering that no one had done more for women at the university in Tucson than Betsy Boulding. President Hart, on behalf of the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences and my colleague Dean Pat McCorkadale for the Honors College, I am pleased to present Betsy Boulding with the honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree.
For our second honorary degree this evening, will Shane Burgess, Dean of the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, please present Andrew Grosetta.
P. Andrew Andy Grosetta is a third-generation Arizona rancher who has led his industry while maintaining a record of service to the community and the University of Arizona. Although Andy has been a member of presidential delegations, served as the president of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association and president of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, he has always remained committed to all of the causes he has closer to home. While earning his master's degree at the University of Arizona, and for 3 years after, Andy has advised the future farmers of America and taught at Amphitheater High School. He is the past president of the UA Alumni Council and was named the 2014 College of Agriculture and Life Sciences Alumnus of the Year. President Hart, for his exceptional dedication to the University of Arizona, his ongoing achievements within the state and the nation's natural resource and beef industries, as well as his ongoing and tireless support for our students, our professors and our communities. On behalf of the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, I hereby present Andy Grosetta with the Doctorate of Science.
Amanda, did you hear that? I expect that to bring results. For our third honorary degree this evening, Iman Hakim, Dean of the Mel and Enid Zuckerman College of Public Health, will present Will Humble.
Will Humble has been Arizona's leading public health advocate for nearly 25 years, driving health policy for the state and now with the Arizona Health Science Center. As director of the Arizona Department of Health Services, Humble successfully led the statewide public health response to the 2009 H1N1 influenza pandemic, and also served as Arizona lead public health officer focused on issues surrounding Ebola. His work also improved the state's hospitals and expanded healthcare services for Arizona's growing population. Furthermore, his national reputation has allowed him to serve on the Homeland Security Senior Advisory Committee. President Hart, for his dedication to the University of Arizona and his ongoing support to our students, faculty, the Health Science Center, and the community at large, on behalf of the Mellon Enid Zuckerman College of Public Health, I hereby will present Humble with the Honorary Doctor of Science degree. For our next honorary degree this evening, Joaquin Ruiz, Dean of the College of Science, will award Dr. Brenda Milner's degree in absentia.
Thank you, President Hart. Dr. Brenda Milner is a renowned brain researcher and expert. Her lifetime of discoveries have helped shape our current understanding of memory, language, and the effects of brain damage on emotional and intellectual functions. Milner is a Fellow of the Royal Society of London and the Royal Society of Canada and a Foreign Associate of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States. Even today, in her 90s, she continues to research and teach, and in 2014 received the Dan David Prize of $1 million for outstanding scientific, technological, cultural, and social achievements. President Hart, on behalf of the College of Science, for her long-time dedication to science and the pursuit of higher education, I present with the Honorary Doctor of Science degree to Dr. Milner in absentia.
Will Dean Jeff Schatzberg of the Eller College of Management please present Peter Salter?